This is exactly how you build your dream aesthetic body. The kind of physique that makes women chase you, men respect you, and you finally feel proud of yourself when you look in the mirror. 4 years ago, I was skinny, insecure, and hated my body. I'd scroll through videos of David Lade and Alex Eubank and be depressed about how I'd never look like them. But I made a decision that completely changed my life. Now I've built the aesthetic physique that makes me feel confident, proud, and feel like I have unlimited power. And if I can do it, so can you. This video is the full guide on how to build your dream body. But just quickly, if you want the complete step-by-step guide on how to build the aesthetic physique, along with improve your facial aesthetics, develop your jawline, and become 10 times more attractive, check out the Maximizing Aesthetics program in the description or pinned comment below. Now, if you want to build the aesthetic physique, you must be consistent. You could have the perfect training split and exercise selection, but if you skip workouts or you just don't train because you're too tired or because you don't want to, you will stay weak and make absolutely no progress. You need to be training 4 to 6 days per week if you're serious about getting jacked. When I first started training properly, I was training 6 days per week, and that allowed me to make fantastic progress in the first few months of lifting and caused me to become obsessed with the gym and building that aesthetic body. When you're a teenager or in your 20s, prioritizing building the muscular physique will benefit your life so much. Never underestimate how much building your aesthetic physique will improve your attractiveness, your confidence, and will better every single part of your life. Now, the most masculine habit that you can build is being disciplined enough to do the work that you said you are going to do. It doesn't matter if you feel tired, if you don't have motivation, if you feel lazy, you go to the gym. Even if it's not the best workouts, just showing up when you said you were going to will change your life forever. Now, the number one reason why most guys don't make progress is because they never train till failure. Sam Sulek brings 96% of his sets to failure, which is one of the reasons why he's made so much progress and why he's so muscular. Along with being on absolute shit tons of anabolic steroids, but training to failure is still extremely important if you want to build a muscular physique. This is because your muscles grow the most when you bring them to absolute failure. Train them until you can't do one more rep, until you have to make that ugly face when you're trying to get that final rep. That's how you build the muscular physique that women lust over. Even after you've hit failure and you can't do any more reps with proper form, you can still do a few partial reps to force your muscles to absolute failure in order to maximize growth. Now, don't just lift the weight up and down with no thought or care about how you do it. Instead, focus on the eccentric stretch. This is where you're lowering the weight down. That eccentric stretch is where your muscle lengthens, and that's where most of your muscle growth happens. So control the weight when you're bringing it down. Focus on progressive overload, where you're constantly trying to increase the reps or the weight you lift every single session. Now, if you want to build that aesthetic physique, you need to train like a bodybuilder and lift in the 8 to 12 rep range for 3 sets. Now, whilst compound exercises are very effective and train multiple different muscle groups, prioritize isolation exercises that build the symmetry, the proportions, and specifically train the muscles that develop your V taper. Now, if you want the aesthetic physique, you will need to be strategic about it. It's not just about building muscle. It's about sculpting the V taper that makes you look like a Greek god. Your V taper is the most attractive body type you can possibly have. It's the male equivalent of the hourglass figure for women. It's when you have a wide upper body and a skinny waist, which creates that illusion that makes your upper body look even bigger. To build your V taper, you need to focus on developing your delts and your lats in order to give you that wide upper body. So have the cap delt and the wide back. The other muscles that develop your V taper is your chest and your traps. And finally, Focus on your abs and your arms for that like little final touch. These are the muscles that most people, especially women, look for when you say that you go to the gym, and they're the ones that people will judge you on. If you're muscular but you don't have abs, people look at you like you're lazy, like you're fat. They won't even think that you go to the gym. Now here's the biggest mistake that most gym bros make constantly. You can't out-train a bad diet. Your diet will either make or break your physique. I made this exact mistake when I first started training. I didn't eat enough food and it limited the amount of muscle that I could grow. However, as soon as I started eating properly, everything changed. If you want to bulk and gain weight, you need to eat in a small caloric surplus of like 300 to 500 calories above your maintenance level to lean bulk. If you want to cut and lose weight, eat in a small caloric deficit of 200 to 300 calories below your maintenance level. Now, one of the easiest ways to make lean bulking or cutting easier is to eat the same meal every day. This might sound boring and repetitive, but it reduces your decision fatigue. You have to spend less time cooking, shopping, and trying to think of what to eat every day. Because when you eat the same meal every day, it makes it so much easier to hit your target calories every day. Now, sleep is one of the biggest factors that goes into building your aesthetic body. Your muscles don't grow during your workouts, but rather your muscles grow whilst you're asleep. If you're sleeping less than 6 hours a night, your testosterone falls, your recovery slows down, and you sabotage your gains. If you're sleep deprived, you will only be able to gain 25% of the muscle that you could have gained if you slept enough. And you have the propensity to gain triple the amount of body fat. So aim to get between 7 and 9 hours of sleep every night, and not only will you grow more muscle, but your skin will clear up, you'll get rid of the eye bags, and your face will transform. Now this is the part where most men fail. They think that if they don't look like Alex Eubank after 6 months, it's over. They might as well just quit the gym. It's why so many young guys either quit the gym or hop on steroids or SARMs if they haven't built the aesthetic dream physique in like a year or 2 years. Some guys hop on steroids before they even step foot in the gym, completely destroying their hormones and their health, all to gain the same amount of muscle that they could have built naturally. You need to change your mindset if you're thinking like that. Instead of thinking, oh, I wish I had my aesthetic body right now. Instead think, as long as I don't quit, I'll build my 10 out of 10 dream body. And then you just need to be patient. Keep on saying that to yourself. As long as I don't quit, as long as I train 4 to 6 times per week, I train hard, I train to failure, given enough time, given 2, 3, 4 years, I will build my dream 10 out of 10 dream physique, and I will look better than 99% of men out in the world. That is the mindset you need to bring. It's not that I need to be jacked now, I need my dream physique now. It's when you're 30, it's when you're 40, 50, 60, 70, you will be more jacked, more muscular, more attractive than every other guy out there your age. You're going to be in the top 1% of men for the rest of your life as long as you never quit the gym. Now, another mistake a lot of guys make is following this science-based optimal advice. But you don't need to do that. Instead, train in a way that you can be consistent with for years. That's so fun that you become obsessed with going to the gym, that you become addicted to the gym. Enjoying training is so much more important than what's optimal. If you enjoy the process of building muscle, you'll stick to it for years. This is the only way to build the aesthetic body. Now, if you want to build that aesthetic physique that gets women chasing you, you need the Maximizing Aesthetics program. This is the #1 self-improvement program for young men who want to build muscle, get lean, and finally look like the guy that women dream about. Inside this program, I'll show you exactly the training splits, the exercises, the 6 aesthetic muscles to look like a Greek god, along with maximizing your facial attractiveness, improving your confidence. So click the link in the description or the pinned comment to check out the Maximizing Aesthetics program and become the most attractive version of yourself today. Now, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more self-improvement videos, please like the video and subscribe to Unlimited Power channel. And I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.